This is your co-pilot speaking, and our captain will be joining us shortly. On behalf of the captain and the rest of the crew, we would like to welcome you all to the flight before Christmas from Cotswold Airport to the North Pole. We hope you enjoy your flight with us, and remember, this is a magical flight and therefore seatbelts are not required. Please take a seat, but do not wear the seatbelt. Other belts may be required in case of a trousers falling down emergency. Therefore, if you're already wearing a belt, do not remove it. This could lead to a very embarrassing situation. North Pole flights are always 100% safe. However, due to interacting with humans, certain rules must be applied. In the event of an actual alarm going off, follow the elves' directions to the nearest exit and go to the meeting point in the car park. Do not open any emergency exits, as these may lead you to fall off the wings of the plane. There is no food or drink allowed on the plane. Therefore, if you're lucky enough to find chocolate coins or candy canes around, please inform an elf who will tell you to store them in your hand luggage until disembarking the plane. Remember, these items must not be consumed until a responsible adult is located and permission given. We are aware many children on this flight have appeared without an adult who considers themselves responsible, and elves may have to take charge. There are no toilets on this flight. If you leave the plane, you can use magic to get you back to the airport. However, we cannot get you back onto the plane, but we'll transport you as best as possible to the nearest location by the candy cane forest. If you're lucky enough to cross paths with Father Christmas, it is advisable to have your cameras ready at all times, as he is an extremely busy and popular elf, but could be called away at any minute. Feel free to take as many photos and videos as you wish during your time with us and post them everywhere. Ideally, by this we mean on the internet, not just in a postbox to random people that you don't know. They may be confused on receiving a stranger's photographs. When walking up and down the stairs, hold on to the railings, and children hold on to your grown-ups. They have a tendency to not concentrate and often fall down, particularly after getting mulled wine. Speaking of mulled wine, if you have any allergies, be aware. Should you visit the bakery, there are mince pies, mulled wine and gingerbread. Please do not eat or drink them without checking ingredients first. Most of our elves are at least 300 years old on board today, and therefore not great at knowing human ages, so you may be challenged 25 for mulled wine. Please have ID, as if questioned and you don't have ID, it is actually against apparently human laws and North Pole laws for us to serve you, even if you do look over 100 years old. Occasionally, you might have to sing to boost the magic power. Do not panic, it does not have to be in tune, just nice and loud. Anyone using naughty behavior will not only be ejected from the plane, but will also end up on the naughty list.
This is North Pole Control. We'd like to inform you that the magic level has returned to normal and it is possible to board the plane. This plane will be taking off in just under 2 minutes. Please make your way up the stairs. Remember to take all your baggage with you, and due to the nature of humans unable to bounce or fly if they fall over, unlike an elf, then make sure you hold on to the handrail whilst walking up the stairs. For those of you of a shorter disposition, please hold on to your grown-ups to stop them from falling over. If in the event of an emergency, please be aware that this is a magic plane and you may get lost. So if you hear the alarm telling us to evacuate the plane, you must follow the elf that is with you, as they know the way off the plane. Do not open any emergency exits, just follow the elf that is with you. Do not eat and drink on the plane, and also do not eat or drink the actual plane. We're told it's not made of gingerbread and it may actually damage your teeth. Also, we are told some humans may have severe food allergies, and therefore not only do not eat the plane, I repeat, do not eat the plane, please do not have any open bags of food, especially nuts, because as well as humans, there are reindeers having a break and wandering around, and they may eat them straight out of your bags or pockets, and sometimes they then carry on eating the bags or the pockets and your entire jacket sometimes. To all passengers boarding the plane, be aware this is a magical flight and seatbelts are not required. Do not touch the seatbelts, just sit down and get comfy. Not too comfy, as we do not wish you to fall asleep and we need an elf and safety briefing before we take off. We've had reports of a large bearded elf on board with a long white beard, wearing red and saying the words ho ho ho. He is possibly the busiest elf in the world, but he does like to pose for photographs with people, so please make sure you have your cameras at the ready and you can video or take pictures of everything during your time with us. If you do post them on social medias, please do tag us. We love to see your photos. It is advisable, if handed any items or food, to place them into your luggage straight away so that they do not get lost, and wait until you're back at the airport or in your own personal sleighs heading home to eat them or play with them. This is because on every flight we find various things left behind, so please make sure you do not leave anything behind, particularly grandparents. We have often had to put out the occasional granny into the lost property box, and we may run out of space rapidly if you do. Should magic levels need to be raised, we need people to sing Christmas songs as loudly as possible. Not necessarily in tune, but definitely loudly. However, this is normally if some naughty behaviour has occurred somewhere and we need emergency power. But should anyone actually do any sort of naughty behaviour, they will be ejected from the plane. And if you're lucky, we might even give them a parachute.
Welcome everybody on board Negus the airplane. Please make sure you're sitting comfortably for this special North Pole flight. I am your co-pilot, and as we wait for your captain, you will be joined by our special elf friends who are here to demonstrate our safety instructions before takeoff. Please sit quietly, listen carefully, and watch our friendly elven staff. If during our flight we experience turbulence, you may have rumbling noises and erratic movement in your seat. Please turn to the hungriest person next to you and check it is not their belly. And do not panic, this is a magic flight and normal services will very quickly return. Mince pies will be issued to rectify this issue as soon as possible. In the event of an actual emergency, please follow the elves to the emergency exits, and they will sprinkle fairy dust on you as we float down to the ground. Please keep your mouth closed when this happens, otherwise you may swallow fairy dust, and this will cause some strange problems when you go to the toilet for the next week or so. If you swallow too much fairy dust, you may need to continually burp on your way down whilst flapping your arms. If you're travelling too fast, many ho-ho-hos can slow down your landing. Please practice now. Should a magical portal appear to transport you back to the airport, then you must use the traditional elf method of saying goodbye. Please follow your demonstrators currently showing you how to do a traditional elf greeting. Place your thumb on your nose, your own nose, not anybody else's, extend your fingers and wiggle. And we mean wiggle your fingers. Feel free to wiggle your bodies at the same time. This is just the goodbye greeting for an elf on a long journey. To activate the portal, you must also create the portal activation noise as demonstrated by our elven friends. Now, could the head elf please check the magicometer and see if we have enough magic to progress? Everybody else, please make sure you have all your luggage, passports, and family members that got too comfy and fell asleep already, and get one step closer to seeing Father Christmas. Please can our elves in charge of candy canes stand up and follow our elfin safety demonstrators from this carriage through to the next compartment as we journey to the North Pole. Could all passengers make sure they have all their belongings with them and follow the candy canes? Thank you for flying Elf Airlines and Merry Christmas.
This is North Pole Control again. We're having trouble with the signal here. I can't actually see you. Are you there? Hello, elves? Elves, are you there? Please shout clearly if you can hear us. Oh, I think I heard a faint noise. We've got a problem here at North Pole Control. We seem to have misplaced a couple of presents and we need help finding them. Can you all wave? As the picture's very fuzzy and I can't quite see you all. I think I see some people trying to get in at the back. Could we all squeeze up a bit at the front so they can catch up? Now, we're missing a present. It was for a person called Theo, apparently, and it's wrapped in, I think it was in red wrapping paper. So the name is Theo, and on the actual wrapping paper you might find a little sticker of like a dinosaur. Oh, and another one as well. This time it was for someone called Darcy, and it looks like, I think it was wrapped in yellow wrapping paper, and there was a picture of a unicorn on it. I can't quite see you. The screen's gone all fuzzy again. Well, look, keep looking for me as we've got another missing parcel. I can't believe we've had an elf so careless to lose 3 parcels. Well, this parcel has the name Morgan on it. This is wrapped in green wrapping paper, and I think it's got a picture on it. It's got a picture of an owl. I'm really sorry, I can't see you very well, but I have been sent a message that we found the parcels, but we do need some help again. If there is anyone here carrying giant candy canes, we need you to head to Odin's Forge, as they're really desperately needed in there. Can everyone follow the elves carrying the candy canes, please?